Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, it's been dumping down rain out here all day long. There was a little bit early in the morning where it was nice. Well, I'm sitting there answering comments to you guys, and all of a sudden, woof, there's brightness. So I finished up a couple of comments, and I decided to come out here, and the dadgum sun slipped on behind a cloud. Dadgummit. Yeah, man. Look at it out that way, and then look over this way. And it's too late in the day for it to dry up and go for a ride. It would be a wet ride. So unfortunately, the little woman has caught the crud. And man, she was just some sniffles and started feeling bad last night. Even took herself a little dose of NyQuil, and she's been taking her vitamins and stuff. She's really good at it, but I've been giving her some extra doses of vitamin C since I got sick, just to make sure if she gets it, it'll have a lesser blow on her. She doesn't know. I always take extra vitamin C, but she doesn't always do it. She forgets or whatever. But she's got these multiple vitamins, so that'll help. Better than nothing. But anyway, she got up this morning, and yeah, buddy, she's got it full strength. Somebody's plinking out there. Do you guys hear that? Sounds like it's off in them hills there somewhere. I know this is a horrible view without all the junk on it. But back in the early 80s, it was around 83, 84, somewhere in that area, I started pulling stuff around with this truck. Well, this thing from the factory only came with a little small black side mirror. You guys remember G.I. Joe's? It used to be an auto parts store and sporting goods store and all that kind of stuff. I went to G.I. Joe's and I bought a pair of these mirrors. And I put the right one on first, because I think we were going out riding ATVs at Sand Lake or something like that. So, but going out to Sand Lake, we'd always swing by Astoria. Kelly and I used to go to Astoria, Oregon all the time. And note it's all beat up because my son beat it all up, but notice the weird little janky little mud flaps we had on it. Now, I can only show you this in a little bit because I would get copyright tagged for sure. This is a street in Astoria. Kelly got up and was sitting in her... Is that thing even focusing on that? I don't think it is. That's probably better. But Kelly got up. She was watching the Goonies this morning. And she gets up because one of the dogs was scratching at the door. She gets up to open the door, and she hit that stump. And she paused her movie, and I go walking through the living room, and I go, Kelly, what picture is this? She goes, what do you mean? I go, there's her truck sitting right there. And she goes, no, that's the Goonies paused. She goes, that is weird though. And I go, Kelly, look at the one big truck mirror and the small mirror on the other side. So we're trying to figure out, and I haven't investigated when all the filming was, but I was kind of a photo freak back then. I'm trying to see if I can figure out. One, I need to find my Oregon license plate number, because you can clearly see that in the picture. But I think I was the only goofy guy that drove around for a while with one stock mirror on the driver's side and the goofy other one, the left-hand side set in the package for a while, and I finally swapped it over because I had to drill and all that kind of weird stuff, But could my old truck have made it in the Goonies movie? And all the times I've watched that movie since, what was that thing, 84, 85, whenever that movie came out? Look how that developed on this thing over this year. That's weird. The rain doesn't get in here. But, every once in a while the tires have dry rotted and no longer hold air. I used to roll it out and wash it, but it did run until somebody stole the battery out of it. One of my kids. They go, none of us took it. And I said, one of you is going to admit to it one of these days. Nobody comes up here. No stranger would come into our yard and steal. They'd never make it. So, you know, telling me that somebody came up here and stole our battery. It was one of the kids. Came up here. They're the only ones that get away with it. But they can't do it now. I got cameras everywhere. They'd never in a million years. That my phone would alert me and I would say, aha, I got you. Goofy kids. Sure is weird coming out here and not hearing them guinea fowl cackling along like guard dogs. What you thinking there, old Danny? Are you pondering life? Wondering what the next move is? What my future's gonna be like? We could end up with some really cool evening clouds out here. Heck yeah. Be nice if there must be some clouds far off out there. It's enough that's hiding the sun. Well, that was some pretty nasty stuff that just came over. She was a downpouring. That's cool. Those guys are planking over there, and I hear the sound. It's initiating there, and it comes back and it echoes back because the mountains kind of roll around. And it echoes back, and it's really cool sounding. Sounds like it's just little 22s. It's something small caliber. Poor Kelly. She was talking, what was that, Thursday? She goes, I want to go out and shoot my gun this weekend. Got her a brand new 22 she's been bugging me about. Got her one for Christmas, and I wrapped the thing up and basically hid it from her until Christmas, and she fired it once. After Ryan and them left, she lobbed off around at that railroad tie there by the old wheelbarrow. Danny? Excuse me. What you think, old boy? Let's go see how Mama's doing. Always follows the trail. It's 4:20 out here, by the way. I just had to turn around and take a quick look before it's all gone. I think like 4:36, 4:37, somewhere around in there is sunset. It's probably later than that because it was 4:35 like last week sometime, or earlier this week. I'll check that out too. All right, let's put some straps in the little backrest pad. It's not the most comfortable for a passenger, but it's it's better than laying against the metal on that thing. And then I remember I told you guys, see how it's already starting to do it, how they fan out. Now they got a little bit of memory, and I'm gonna roll them and then stuff them in there. And once it gets that, you can take the straps out. It just seems to memorize it after a while, because they come from BMW kind of wrapped up in a weird way, so it kind of sets you off right from the beginning. Or, excuse me, the poor little woman, man. She's going right through what I did. Of course, she's doing it, well, yeah, I guess it was Saturday when I woke up. So, I mean, literally a week later, she's going through the same stuff I did. She just, like, feels absolutely nasty. Know exactly where she's at. I'm about 99% back. I just got a little bit of stuffiness in my head, but I feel perfectly fine. I feel good and healthy once again. All right, let's see what this looks like with some straps and a backrest on it. Backrest pad. Also, I can't forget, you come wandering out in the cold, foggy night with me. Is this what you're gonna do, Danny? You gonna hang out down there, buddy? Danny? My little shop dog. It's all freaky and quiet. I was listening to a Dallas Seahawks game, and I'm not a football guy at all, but I actually got into that thing. And if you guys notice this clock up here, I still leave it in daylight savings time, so it's actually 7 minutes till 7. I do that with all the whatever bikes don't auto set themselves. they stay in summertime. Because really, think about it, and look how long these things have been sitting here. The only thing that's getting ridden at all is the BMW. I don't even remember the last time I rode either one of the Sportsters. I think that was like the weekend before I went to the last class in Ontario. Anyway, get to it. There she is. See how much nicer this looks when you roll these things, as opposed to folding them like that. I just took the time and did these. So as it turns out, these aren't separate straps from those. I had a little confusion there. The part number is the little tag that's in there has a different part number than what the thing is, and I thought they put the wrong part in the correct part numbered bag. So I went inside and did some research, and if you look closely, it says handle for aluminum case / aluminum top case. So it's the same one. You just end up with more of a handle on the top, which, as you can see, those end up doing that anyway. So, but the from front to rear on the trunk is a little wider, so I'm able to get them tighter. And there's the backrest pads. So if Kelly rides on the back, because obviously she's not going to ride alone on this thing, she'd never touch the ground. But just make sure they're lined up nice and perfect, and very carefully release the tape, because that double-sided tape that BMW use, you do not have any second options. And there's 3 layers of this thing. There's one here, one that runs across the bag, and then one that runs across the top of the seam, where that seam is between the 2 layers. But anyway, there she is. That's nice. And it's so nice to pick that thing up like a suitcase. Just the difference in that when you're hauling stuff in somewhere, or, like I take these things off, because getting them in look at Dan, he hasn't moved since I've been out here. When you roll, I can't get I could, but it doesn't leave a lot of room back there. It's just easier to take them off. And then you carry the things in. You're not having to, straddle them and bring them in. I mean, you can hold them, on each side with your fingers and pick the cases up. But if you have anything in there, that's a little tough, and you're risking dropping it. I don't want to drop one of those things. But there we are. Here I've consumed your time with aluminum cases once again. But that looks good. I like it. There we are. I just mounted the left bag on there so you can get kind of a look of what she'll look like with all the straps and the pads on the back of the trunk. Oh, there's my hat. Oh, that's right. I threw it out of the aluminum bags when I was taking them back. Look at that. See how much better that looks rolled than it does all zigzag? And they don't fan out. Then you have all that extra strap to wrap something up, and then you can quick release it, with the clips, and it's very nice. And bags are cool. I love them black bags. That just makes all the difference in the world to me. Very cool. Well, hello there, YouTube. It's just going to be me doing the goodbye tonight. When I went into, I had to jump on the BMW on the iPad to check those straps out. And Kelly, she was down and out. She's crashed out in the chair. And it's 20 after 8 now. So I'm not going to wake her up and bother her. She'd be miserable. She's in that stage where you're nonstop sneezing and just looking. So I'm not going to bother her with coming and joining us for the goodbye vlog. So it's just going to be us tonight. That's pretty scary. But thanks for hanging out with me today. It's just been kind of a you and I kind of a thing today, eh? That'd be weird. I'm going to do some digging around, and the odds of that truck, and I'm trying to think if there's any dents or anything in it back then, but there's no dents on that one either. So it's somewhere in '86 or '87. I let my brother have it for a while, and he had a few accidents in it. That's how it ended up with a lot of the dings it has in it. Kind of rolled off a skidder platform and rolled down a hill. Ended up on its roof. I don't know the whole story behind that, but Dad kind of told me bits and pieces of it. But anyway, I got it back a little rough, really rough. And but anyway, I'll do some research, see if I can't find some old registration somewhere when I lived in Portland, and see if that's my old license plate on there or something. But the odds of that thing having a stock mirror on one side, and then because that mirror kit was sold only as a kit, and the odds of someone putting the one mirror on there, that's pretty outrageous. So I don't know. I'll do some research and see what I can ponder up. But anyway, I'm like I say, I'm about 99% good. In fact, I'm not even blowing my nose anymore. I just kind of feel a little sinus stuff there, but I mean, I don't even notice it, to be honest with you. And I was hoping I was gonna have a dry spot today and take you guys for a little rip, but I was pampering the little mama there a little bit and hanging out and taking care of the dogs and stuff. She generally does the dogs, as far as them coming and going out of the house, and them scalding them when they get into things or they get to playing too much and get too rowdy. But anyway, so I'm sure you guys are all going to wish her to get well soon, and I will pass that on, and I'm sure she'll look at her Facebook and stuff. I know you guys, a lot of you communicate with her through Facebook, because she's a big Facebook fan. I'm terrible about getting on there and answering you guys. But anyway, I'm going to roll out, button everything up in here, wake up old Danny and drag him in with me, or if he wants to stay outside, whatever he wants to do. But thank you guys for hanging around today, and we'll chit chat with you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be another day. All right, thank you guys very much now. Bye bye.